She getting money, yeah, yeah. She getting money, yeah, yeah. She getting money, yeah, yeah. She getting money, yeah.
Welcome back to A Mo and a Yo. I'm your girl Paris Monet,
And I'm Belma Ray.
and we are so excited to be back here in discussion with you guys again. Man, we were just talking about how it feel like we already at the end of the year, but we're only not even halfway in yet.
It's been 4 months.
Y'all, but it's good because I was saying I need this thing to slow down just a little bit so I can feel like I can make more traction, and I have so much more I want to do.
Yes, we're making the most of every moment, and I love that for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of us.
Yes, super.
So proud. Like we're in Q2, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in Q2?
Yes, let's keep that at the top of our mind so we can continue to grow. Speaking of growth, today's topic is abundance and finding a soft place to land.
No hard places.
Please, God. And while accepting that abundance, so we're going to be talking about a lot of great things, trying to break that down, especially for women who are entrepreneurs or just have a busy schedule in their working lives. If you're a 9-to-5er, this thing is going to touch on a lot for a lot of different people. So we hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Yes.
Let's jump right in.
Let's go.
All right, so we are all becoming bosses in our own right, and sometimes finding that soft place to land can be a challenge. So I do want to talk about that. We want to kind of jump into that a little bit and talk about what that looks like. Like, what do we want, really? I feel like we want. We need. But what are some things that we really need to have flourishing relationships in the personal and professional space?
Mm-hmm. And to do that, we need to tap into ourselves. We cannot be afraid to be alone sometimes, because how are you going to mirror yourself? How are you going to reflect if you're always surrounded by everyone and people and things? There's always something to do.
Very much something.
So we have to find some quiet time, some peace, some time to reflect and say, what is it that I need? What makes me feel good? That's what you need. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel at peace? When things are going crazy, what can bring you some solace?
That's so good. And kind of finding discernment, right, in our partners, and making sure that we see the things that we need in a person before we just deep dive in, because sometimes, we don't focus on whatever the person lacks, or we're trying to build a person up, or whatever, and then we become mad at ourselves because we put so much focus there instead of just looking at what we really need.
Yes.
And I know that could be hard for a lot of us, especially Black women, because a lot of us weren't raised to marry well.
Yeah.
And
strong Black woman.
Yeah, we marry for love. We date for love. We aren't always seeking a dollar. I mean, I know this new generation is different.
Yes, they are paying for dates, honey.
And I don't know. I think Carisha said her girlfriends was doing something with their handout. I don't know.
Oh,
but it's different.
Right,
it's
right.
different.
It is. It's giving cash at me at the first DM.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pay to play. That's what they say.
Yeah. And that's definitely what it gives for the new generation. And it's for me, it's slow it down, but also hats off, because they're just
not taking the bare minimum at all.
Yep, love that.
So hats off to that, because hey, we don't want people to be like, oh, can I? It's just real slick. Let me send you an emoji, and now we are at my crib.
Yeah.
You just pulled up on me. We didn't go on a date. Nothing.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for me or anybody. But we do also need to realize that money is not the
end all be all.
Yeah, it's not gonna, when you're 55, 60, 70, and you're just sitting on the porch with this person that paid to be with you, what are you gonna be talking about? Are you gonna be laughing, or are you just gonna be sitting there rotting? And I don't wanna do that. I wanna enjoy life even older. We're laughing, we have our grandkids out, and we're just literally enjoying the day. You don't want that. So yes, you want somebody that can not just help you financially, but nobody wants to suffer. Nobody wants to struggle. That's not fun. But let's think about this person and how they make me feel.
Right, and that is super important. Like in all kinds of relationships, actually being intentional, which leads to our next subtopic, like making sure that we're pouring into our relationships. Because honestly, as moms, we was just joking about it, but it is a real thing. Like text messages be given 3 to 5 business days. Like not for real, but it's like if we start a conversation in the morning, we might be in midway through the conversation at midnight because we've had such busy days, and before we know it, we still talking about the same thing 2 days later because we have not wrapped up that one.
But we
thing.
Still talk about it, and that's real love. And I love my sister because I love you too. She don't judge me, I don't judge her, and we honestly low key almost live the same lives. It's just like kids work, balance,
very kid heavy.
Yes, so we are understanding of each other, and that hey, you probably got your hands full, so I'm not about to text you back to back. I'm not about to call you like, why you didn't text me back? I'm not mad because I know you're gonna respond when you can. So that's knowing that, like,
the showing grace is a thing too. Like making sure that you show the people you're in relationship with grace. Because if I know you got your hands full, why would I put pressure on you when it's really probably not an emergency? Because the only thing that's really super important is your kids.
Right.
Like, I can wait. Yes. Your family and God, that's priority. Get to me after that's done. And I feel like that is what a lot of relationships might be missing too, because you shouldn't feel no pressure in no friendship or romantic relationship to have to do anything. It should be very organic and it should flow. Yeah. It should be good vibes.
Yes. And I do always have my hands full. So for any friends or family that's ever felt this type of way, I am literally running a lot on my own. And we are going to grow this team. But I promise you, if you ever really need me, I'm always here. And all of you can say that if you've ever needed me. When you need me, I'm going to answer, I'm going to call, I'm going to be there. But sometimes I'm probably not going to text you back in the next 2 minutes.
That has changed. Like, we met when we were young little chickadees. We were in our teens, we were spring chickens. And
very much spring chicken.
Just watching the dynamic of our friendship and sisterhood grow is, a great joy. And it comes with ups and downs. Like, we might need a shoulder to cry on one day, and we might just be cracking up laughing the next day.
Or a minute.
Like really, it go that fast too, because conversation and the things that come out of that, commending each other on the growth and just seeing really like our story, which we'll dive into, as our podcast journey grows. It gets deep like that. But yes to showing grace, and yes to being super supportive and understanding, because my husband and I just celebrated our 4-year wedding anniversary.
Congratulations!
Love you, babe.
Yes.
And it's, really hard to tap into romance with young kids running around, and we don't live in a state with family, and all our friends have kids and they be busy. But guess who showed up to keep our daughters so we can go on a date?
My nieces.
Like
they love me and I love them.
And girl, what's so funny about the other day, when I dropped Peyton off for her hair appointment, and I was like, let me sneak out because I don't want her feelings to be hurt. Baby, Peyton was like, bye. Bye.
See you later.
I'm like, okay, well,
that's my girl.
And I love that because it shows how comfortable she is, and it shows that you are creating that atmosphere, a nurturing atmosphere, which is like literally, I'm saying like it doesn't get any better than that, because a lot of moms gotta do the daycare thing, and I'm not knocking that. But to have somebody that they're already locked in with, already trustful with, priceless.
Right.
Priceless. So
get you someone you can rely on. Get you someone that you can cry with. Someone that can bring you out of the tears too, and make you laugh and see everything for what it really is. It is something that everybody needs, men, women, and I definitely want our men to get somebody to talk to, because they usually like to cut it off, shut it off, act like it's not happening, and then that's where things pile up and there becomes a spiral that is unknown to them. So I really would love for our men to start being more open with each other, about the struggles of life, because Black men do go through a lot.
Yeah.
So that's my prayer.
Right, and open to us too, because I feel like they hold back a lot
because we
in the
understand
romantic relationship, because they want to hold it down and be the man. But it's like that's why God gave you the woman. That's
we're your soft place in land naturally, so
like we're gonna be that for you. You don't have to be so hard. With us, you can actually open up. And that's something that you should look for if you want a soft place to land. Somebody that can kind of know that and accept that, or at least be willing to grow towards that.
Yes. Because
that's healthy relationship, and that's healthy communication. Being able to bounce things off of each other, and feel safe, essentially.
Safe.
Yeah.
Safe is a safe word to use right now.
Mm-hmm. So I know we're only a few minutes in, but we want to cut to our sponsors because we cannot leave them out. So we'll be back after this short break.
Just hop right back in and kind of piggyback off what we were already talking about with the value of uplifting others. We do it all the time. We understand the sisterhood. We understand life. We've been through years and years together, so we understand how it can be up and down, and you need somebody that can be not just supportive of everything you're doing, or tell you when you might not need to be doing something, because we're not always right, and that's why you have to seek God with these decisions. But having somebody to help uplift you is so important, because sometimes we're hard on ourselves. I'm really hard on myself because we've been living, but we've started our journeys at such a young age. We already kind of know what we want out of life, and we were ready to go get it. And so I'm very hard on myself about what I do, and just paving this way for my kids and having generational wealth and breaking generational curses. And it is a heavy load to carry. So I appreciate my sister so much, because she does genuinely support everything I do, but she also is always there when I need her, and I am so appreciative of that. Like, seriously, I
girl,
not gonna cry.
But we already had a moment before.
We definitely had a moment. God is doing so many great things these days, so we did have a moment before it's set. But I really appreciate this woman so much. I'm serious. Anybody that you bless with your presence in their life is blessed to have you.
Oh,
so
sister.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too, girl.
Yes, uplift each other, please.
No, please, and hopefully y'all can use that as an example, because if you hold anybody near and dear to you, you need to do that. I feel like love is like a mirror. Like, you need to reflect the things that you want out of it. So give to the people that you love, and cheerfully, and love on the people that you love, because they're a blessing to you from God. And I really do think that fostering those genuine connections, it comes with a lot of relationships. Responsibilities. Yeah. Relationships come with responsibilities. So the only way that you're going to grow that thing is by pouring into it and not allowing the shadow of competition to mask you, because you have to be happy for the people around you. My mom used to say growing up, if you're not growing, you dead. And that's such a truth. Like, look at the nature around us. If it's not growing, it's dead. So the same thing goes for us in our relationships. Like, if you see somebody winning, cheer them on, encourage them, and there shouldn't be a cloud of competition, because you're made uniquely, right?
All in our own lanes.
Where you have your own you have your own walk. And we were just talking about because I recently started. I rededicated my life to Christ, and everybody is gonna do that on their own time, and everybody's walk looks differently. So you can't be out here rebuking people, if just because it doesn't look like what it looks like. You can rebuke someone in love if you know that they're open to accepting the truth. that you know is true out of that Bible. But you can't be upset and salty when things don't look like how you have it looking. So, that kind of touches to me on not letting, the disgust and the competition mask you, because everybody is different. And if you, who was I watching? I don't know the man's name, but he was talking about how a wife is a good thing to have, and how marriage is hard because you not marrying yourself. You're marrying somebody who's 100% different from you 9 times out of the 10, and that comes with challenges, and you have to be willing to fight the battles daily that come with that, because that's what makes the reward so sweet. Getting through those tough times and being able to look back and reflect
and laugh and be
like,
can you believe we?
Girl, we was fussing.
Yeah.
Or man, we was fussing about this, and we was so young, and we've grown, and now we come to a point where stuff like that don't even bother us no more.
Yeah.
Like we always talk about how when we was teenagers, how when we had moments of differences, how we kind of worked through them, and it really was time. Like, we would always talk, but it took some time for us to meet back in the middle sometimes. Like, and I'm grateful for that, because sometimes when you just jump in, it's like, it gets crazy, and you're not thinking,
like, are you all the way home yet?
Right, and we would check in.
Did we both reflect?
And I remember, sometimes it was uncomfortable. That was in the very, very beginning of our relationship and of our sisterhood. And, you got to learn a person. And that's not always a simple task. But if you love a person enough, you'll get it done. Yeah.
And we've never got into it too bad. It's always like a real well, I mean, okay, girl, because like
it's definitely never been crazy. But that comes with respecting one another
and not letting other outside
noise.
Yeah. Because the one time that we did have some time, it was outside noise. It was a lot of outside noise, and it was very loud.
Bro, my trauma response is memory loss. I keep telling you this because
while
I'm talking, I'm thinking about the when we first moved to Atlanta. I'm not even thinking about that.
That was
girl.
Wait.
Ooh, but
I don't even remember the one when we moved to Atlanta.
No, because there was no real thing.
Yeah, it was always like, girl, I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to go in my room. I'm going to go to sleep. And we'll reconvene.
We put ourselves on punishment.
And that time helped us, work through things. Because sometimes it's silly. We were young. We were literally 18 or 19.
It's like, girl, we're just trying to get it out here. What are we talking about?
Right. I don't want to argue about when we going to get on the bus to get some groceries when I'm trying to, I want to go to the casting call.
Right.
You worried about getting tissue and a washer and dryer. I'm going to go to the casting call.
That will come.
Right.
Pump your brakes, okay?
But that was such a good time too, man.
Yeah.
And we was just talking about too, like all the people that we encountered and some people we lost and my heart. But
because life, it can go by so fast, and some people they're not blessed enough to live long, or their story was just ending at that moment because they've made the impact that they needed to make. But we have to, that's why we also need to cherish each other in our relationships and let people know that we care about them and we love them, and not just let them know and tell them, but show them. And these are like by helping with the things they need, not even if it's just something small, like, hey, I saw that you needed this. I'm not going to go talk about you. I'm going to go get it.
Yes. Yes. And that's so good because in the church, I can't remember which sermon it was, but it was recent. They was talking about, because my pastor don't play about tithing. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, these mega churches, whatever. But I'm not mad at it, y'all. I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, he's not lying. It's in the book. So whether you tithing with your resources or your dollars, you need to be finding a way to give back.
Giving back is the thing. Yeah.
You need to be finding a way. I don't care if you're bagging up a little bit of clothes.
It's coming.
I don't care what you do.
Full circle.
I don't care if you're going to the dollar store and getting 20 cans and dropping them off, or if you get
because they need those too.
Yeah, just find a way to give that speaks to your heart, But anyway, he was saying our hands need to be the hands of God when we give. So that's such a big thing because my sister, the hands of God. because I can't do a lot of the stuff, you know, like the hair and the, you know, certain things. Like I get overwhelmed with my girls, and she stepped right in there, and you know, she plays that role in our lives so effortlessly when other people who you would think would be ready, they don't be wanting no parts. So I am grateful.
I genuinely love the babies.
I know.
And I love the kids, y'all.
You so good.
They always at my house. All of them. Just come on over. And I be like, why I say 10 of y'all at once? Why?
Girl.
But I love y'all. I do. And I always want to be a safe place for kids. My heart really like just screams to them because first, they are our future. And I know that's like the corny, children are our future. But they literally are our future. When we are old, they're going to be the ones that have to vote for laws and things like that. And we have enough crazy people in the world. So if I can be any type of shining light and any type of support system, any type of open ear to hear these children, because even though their problems may be small to some, they're big problems to them. So I really love giving back to the kiddos. I love them. And my nieces always, you know.
Yeah. I'm saying, and that's so important too. Because you got to cherish that mentorship, and these days, even though they're really small, but King and Queen aren't small anymore, they're getting big. So these days are, you know, it's what they'll look back on. Like, it's the makings of their childhood. It's the making of who they are going to be as adults. Like, the better that we deal with our kids,
the trauma that they won't have to deal with.
Exactly. Like,
and that's how I try to raise them. Like, I don't want you to be having to heal from so much when you're an adult. I want you to enjoy your years, you know, and just not even, you can build your own if you want, but I want you to I want to build so much for you that you literally have the choice to live the life that you want. That's going to make you the most happy, you know?
Yeah, those we were saying earlier before set, like the generational curses, like they really are going to end with us, and that's a beautiful thing to be that intentional and hands-on with our children and our children's friends, even because you be having the gang y'all here.
gang
be here. They be here for real, and you know, comfortable, and the parents trust you because they know what kind of environment you set for the kids, and so that's important too. Like making sure that we are showing love to the people who mentor us. You know, if there's somebody in your life who's poured into you significantly, it's a good thing to look out for them once in a while, or try to think of things that they like, or take note of something that they like and pour back into that person, because a lot of people who are top tier like that and who pour in, they don't get it back a lot of the time.
And that's sad.
And it is
we need
sad.
to try to change that, because there are people that if they stopped, we would be like, oh my God, wait.
Right, we got to pay it forward.
Come back.
We got to pay it forward to our mentors. And even at our big age, we have people who we can look at, you know, our elders who
even strangers. Us. Like I've met some older ladies that be dropping gems. Like some of my clients will be older and they will come in and it might be their first time meeting me and they just in there dropping them, and I'm just like, I am listening. Pour it on me. Yes, I am taking my notes because you've lived this life. You're way older than me. You know, you've been my age before. I'm a baby to you. You know, even though I'm grown, I'm a baby to you. So tell me what you know so that I don't have to go through it. I don't want to have to learn the hard way. You know, I'm good. I've learned enough the hard way. I'm good.
No,
yes to that. Period.
Yes,
tell me what's going on.
We need to be actively seeking knowledge from these elders that we have, because they're not going to be, I mean, we don't know when anybody going to go, but the elders, we need to be seeking knowledge from them, like, because a lot of people, they don't, like, they looking for a photo op, or we'll get some pictures with them, but we're not really talking to them.
Right, there's no relationship.
Yeah, the relationship, and that's, man, just everything to me be going full circle back to this walk, man, because before, it was like, you know, I always acknowledge God, always love God, but that relationship wasn't getting built actively. Like, I wasn't actively seeking his face, and I was seeking his hand a lot, and I was getting favor a lot, but that putting the work in to build the relationships and honor your relationships and pour into your relationships, that's how you look up and have a real circle of people that love and care for you for real, and not just
for who you are.
Some baddies that have
baddies
bar hop with you. Yeah.
I mean, the song is cool or whatever, but you know, even the young kids, I'm telling you, I heard Queen and her friends singing this, Baddies. That was funny. And I'm just like, they don't know the show.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'm just like, and this was at the birthday party, and I had a big sleepover, and they were singing this, and I had to walk around like, okay, baddies,
Oh
clean this
gosh.
room first off. And
baddies, clean this
please
room.
understand that a baddie is a clean, you know, young lady. Like let me just start teaching y'all now, because since y'all want to be baddies, so because they don't know that. But please get the fundamentals. Let's get the foundation set. Let's not be afraid to. We're not elders, but we are older than some people. Even if it's a teenager, you know, I have some teenage clients, and they be talking, and I be like, look, you know, I be giving my little, because they got some crazy teen high school now. I'm like, she did what? Why are we hitting people with our cars in high school? It's getting crazy out here.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow. It's going crazy. Like,
Lord,
it's a whole new generation. It's a whole new vibe. I love how we are elevating, but we definitely need to make sure that we're tapping into our spirituality and God, and making sure that we're not steering things in our lives or anybody else's lives the wrong way. You know, because it's easy to get snatched into the dark side.
Real easy.
And we can easily be used and not know that we're being used. So I would just say, pray over your kids, pray over everyone around you. And the people that you love, they might not tell you what's going on, but pray for them. I pray for everybody in my life all the time. I'm just like, look, protect me, but protect my family, protect the people I love, because I would be devastated if anything happened to any of y'all. And I know it's a lot of things that are happening that, you know, we need to be protected from at this point, you know.
For sure.
So I'm praying all the time.
That's so good. Same. Just seeing, you know, the loss that we've experienced just last year with people close to us, and just seeing the losses that other people around us are taking. Like, no day is promised. And, you know, if you just try to, you know, walk right, live right, and stay out the way.
And be grateful of the moments. Make the most of your moments. It doesn't matter what's going on in life. You could have not woke up this morning. So just thank him when you wake up, and try to say, hey, what am I going to do today to be the best me that I can be? And that's the thing about the competition. There should be none. If you're feeling competitive with someone and you're like, I don't know why, take a moment, a few, and reflect, because that's on you. That's not on what that person's doing. That person's doing them.
Right.
You're the one that's feeling the competition. So you need to look and see God and be like, God, what's going on? And maybe I'm not feeling my full potential. And maybe that's why I'm looking at this person like, they doing. No, you should never. Go get on your stuff and be happy for your people, because if we go together, it goes faster, to be honest. Like, if we work together, it goes way faster.
Yep, and if you got the right people around you, you won't be feeling like you're constantly pulling people up, because you're going to be walking in lockstep, how my pastor always say, with the people.
We're rowing the boat.
Yeah, like you're going to be progressing together. Like, sometimes you do need to help your friends out. You do need to help your family out. And that's what you're there to do. Like, not to your detriment, but you're supposed to be openly
have limits.
Right, you know, have your boundaries or whatever to protect yourself, but you are supposed to be growing with the people around you. If the people around you are not growing, you are not wrong to say, hey, I have to take a step back and love you from a distance until you get yourself together. Or, hey, I don't want to take a step back. How can I help you come up to, you know, rise to the occasion and do X, Y, and Z? There's so many different ways to skin a cat, how they used to say back in the day. And, you know, we just got to remember that, because I feel like now it's so no tolerance. Like, one person made me mad, I'm done. And that breaks up the you know, the flow of the Black relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. Like, y'all don't play.
Yeah, and it's okay to not be tolerant of things that are like, this is my list of I am not having it. But you can also give a person at least one conversation and see, is this your character, or was this something that you genuinely didn't even know that you did? Because some people, you know better, you do better. If you don't know better, you can't do better. So somebody never probably even pointed that out to them, like, hey, I didn't even know I did that. I'm so sorry. and then it could be done. But y'all want to just, I'm done, and nobody knows why you're not friends. Nobody knows why you're mad, but they just know you stopped talking to me. Let's be better at communicating. Let's be better at, unless this person, if you do that, I feel like you just don't feel like that person is important to you. If you care about a person and you say you care about that person, you owe them a conversation at the very least, and then make a decision on, okay, from what you said, I feel this way. At least do that, you know?
Definitely.
Let's be real.
Communication is big, big, big. I mean, it can be uncomfortable at times, but it's worth it in the end, because if you want to have that abundance and you want to have that comfortable and safe relationship, you're not going to get there without the person feeling you on whatever it is. Like, that's, I mean, man, we got so many years in the game because we were able to overcome uncomfortable situations. And, you know, like you said, like if you don't care enough, you're not gonna want to put that time in. I think people really probably just don't care. But
growth is uncomfortable too. But the not caring part is crazy, because imagine if people treated you the way you treat them, and then if you say, I don't think I would like that, I think you need to reflect. And that's a heavy word this episode that we didn't think was gonna be one.
Right, definitely reflection.
But we need to be doing some reflecting so that we can see how we are treating people. And maybe it'll answer some questions about why people are treating us the way they are.
Right. Like, how am I being perceived? Like, I be asking God to show me myself. And sometimes he show me stuff and I be disgusted with myself. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I'm like, man, that needs to be fixed. And, you know, what are the fruits of the spirit that I need growth in? And I found out that it's patience, kindness, and gentleness. So I can be a little short-tempered at times. I
feel like you're kind though.
But I said that I feel like I'm kind, but I think it's still some growth that can happen there. Because when people perceive me, they wouldn't know that.
Yeah. You
know that because you know me.
Yeah.
But the person off the street.
But that's also protecting yourself.
Right, and it's definitely one of those things. Like, I remember
a thin line. Like,
I remember the day growing up in DC when I said, "Oh, I gotta walk around like this."
Well, yeah,
because
the city,
the city, you know,
upbringing. Because people will try you.
Yeah, and got tried a lot. So I realized, like, oh, I can't present like a soft. Right. I gotta present harder. But now, as I'm growing into, you know, womanhood, I don't want to present like that because I know how to protect myself. Please don't play with me.
Please don't.
But I don't want to present as hard now.
Yeah.
And so
I had to go through the same thing.
I feel like that's kindness, because growing up back home, this down south is different. But back home, we weren't even raised to walk up and down the street and speak to people. Hey, how you doing?
Because they're like, what you talking about? What you want? What you trying to do?
I had to adjust to that as a teenager coming down to North Carolina for college. I wasn't used to people that I didn't know speaking to me, and that is crazy. Yeah,
they just, hey, how you doing? And that's
common courtesy. Yeah. How is that something that's so foreign? Yeah, that's actually crazy too.
And in the South, if you come into a room and don't say that, and you just walk and keep doing, they're like, oh, her. Yeah, she's got an attitude. But you are in your mind just doing you. You're going to your appointment. I don't know you people, but I do love that. You know, I do love that because it feels like, okay, neighborly, so neighborly.
Yes, that too. Like, we gotta show love, you know. And I know they say show no love, love get you killed, but
no,
that's
spreading light.
True.
It's called spread light,
y'all.
Because the light will attract what it's supposed to, and it will attract some more light, and it will make darkness flee. So any negativity is going to, when you're walking and you happy, you're not walking like a psycho, smiling up and down the street, like, okay, what's wrong with her? But like, it's okay to speak to people, and I've created a lot of opportunities for myself by just showing a little personality and just saying, hey, how you doing? Right. And next thing you know, they didn't stop talking yet. And I done, you know, made some connections. And I'm like, oh, you do what? Oh, wow. You know, that's how you meet people. Yeah. But I had to, like, you know, do some changes too. Because I had to protect myself for a while too. And I'm like, yeah, don't try me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like, I want to grow in that kindness so I can be more open. And I think it was a gentleness. I can't remember. It was 3 of them, though, that I'm working on growing in. But I know that once I grow in those things, my relationship, the patience, the gentleness, and the kindness, when I grow in those things, my relationships are gonna get better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem with none of my relationships right now, but I just always want things to be getting better and better. So if I can look within,
and the newer relationships that you will
that
build and have, even just business relationships, any of that, we can't go into a place where you might want to network with someone and be like, I'm scared. I want to be her bad.
Right, like I do, and I'm still working on like that resting face because it's hard to leave me.
Yeah, but I mean, because my thinking concentration face looks like that, so I could be like really in heavy thought, and I would look like she about to fight. But I'm really just thinking. Yeah, and my mind be going so fast sometimes. Yeah. But just speak. If you see us, just say hey, and we're gonna say hey back. But
yes, we are doing this new project, so we're opening up more than we've ever done before. Like we literally have so much to share, and we can't wait to get there. But we want to build a relationship with you guys.
Yes, get to know us first. We're ladies.
Let's warm up. I gotta pour that, honey.
Yes.
Shalom me,
please.
But yeah, definitely drop a like, a comment, subscribe to our channel. Let us know if anything that we're speaking of resonates with you. Even drop some topics that you want to hear about or that matter to you, because we would love to discuss. Some things, and maybe we can do a couple lives sometime.
Yes.
And have y'all kind of lock in with us in real time.
Tap in.
Please do.
We're not mean girls. We're not. We're really not. We're like really down to earth, and we're really real and genuine. And I think that's why we do protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Because everybody, especially these days, is not like that. So it's more of a just protection thing, especially with kids. We're not trying to have everybody, in and out and drama, and we're too old for that. First of all,
definitely,
it's too much.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
Peace. We want peace.
Yeah. So yeah, we are actively seeking abundance. We're accepting all that God has for us because we work hard.
Period.
So we want to witness the fruits of our labor. So that comes with being intentional, pouring into our relationships, being open to new relationships that are healthy, setting the mark for our kids so they can look at us and be proud of what they see, which they already are. But I just have so many things like personally that I want to overcome because my kids are still small.
So that's why we got to show ourselves grace because you're doing amazing. You're doing great. I always say how proud I am. Because every step of the way is a step that you could have not taken, So some people aren't even brave enough to take that first step.
Exactly.
So I'm proud of you, and I'm definitely proud on your new walk with Christ. She's been going to church, y'all. She's been taking notes. I'm so proud of my girl. I'm so proud. I'm proud of you guys. I'm hoping that you're growing and learning with us. We're learning every day, Yeah. We are. It's a growth thing. It's a path that we're taking. And God is leading us, and I'm so happy that we have Him at center, because without Him, we're nothing.
Exactly. So true. We thank you guys for listening, and we have more content coming your way. Yes. We're going to get creative with a lot of the things that we're doing. We're grateful for y'all time. We're grateful for y'all. We hope that this resonated with you guys and that you start to use the key points that we spoke about in your everyday life, even if it's just a little bit here and there. The growth, it's going to add up.
It always does, because the math is going to math. Always. Okay?
Thank y'all for listening. Bye.
Bye.